director for past 6 years. For the sake of those who will be asking, what is ODL? Professor, what is ODL mode of education?
Let me just say this, that open distance learning is a mode, and it's a mode, or I might say it's a mode under distance education. But I want to really say for clarity that open distance learning is not part-time, which we are used to in Nigeria. It's not sandwich program, it's not crash program. You know, it is a mode of education provision that allows students to have the benefit of education, tertiary education, from any location where they may be. So location is not the boundary. Unlike regular or conventional students, they don't have to be in the regulated classroom. Instead, we have ICT, that is Information Communication Technology, mediated blended learning, whereby there will be limited interaction between the facilitator and then the students. They can be at different locations. But what is mediating between them is just the technology. So which means technology is a very prominent component of distance education. I'm not giving the impression that technology is it, but technology is just the driver, it's the mode. So students can be anywhere, you know, and I want to say that ODL institution, if well established, well managed, is a virtual university, it's a global university. It is a cross-border institution. It knows no boundary. You can be anywhere in the world and then you can take advantage of it. So, and this affords people the opportunity to do whatever they want to do. Possibly do their business, run their family or whatever, you know, which they would not have been able to do if they were to be in regular classroom. In fact, they would not even be there in the first instance. So which means then that it caters ideally for category of prospective students who do not have the luxury of the time to now subject themselves to the regular education, to be in the four wall of classroom almost 24/7 in some cases, you know, but it enables them to continue to do what they are doing in terms of career development, in terms of growing family or whatever, and still have the benefit of regular education. But let me just say this, because we have to know where we are coming from. You know, I want to say that within the Nigerian context, the distance learning mode, you know, it's not novel. It's not a new idea. I will not mention name, but I can reliably mention at least Chief Obafemi Awolowo was one of the beneficiaries. And then we have so many people who have made it, who have benefited from that mode of education in the crude form. I said in the crude form because the mediation was done at that time through correspondence, hard copy, and all this type of thing. But now we are now talking of technology. We all know the power of a smartphone. You know, if you have this, you can really come on board on the distance learning, whatever, because there's nothing, you know, that can happen in the classroom that cannot do if you know how to use it. So we are leveraging on technology to provide education, to bring education, you know, along with other things, to the homes, to the bedrooms, to the sitting room of students, without necessarily having to come within the four walls of a university. But in Nigeria, as I said, it's not new, it's just evolving. And that's the confusion we're having. People are equating it with part-time. So it's not part-time. You know, it is a different mode that gives you the benefit of everything that a regular student has. You can place a classroom environment, you know, you can interact. There are so many things you can do, but instead of coming face to face, you can do it through the mobile technology. And I want to say that it doesn't mean that there will be no face-to-face interaction, but it's kept to the minimal. You know, under the mode, we call it interactive session, where students may physically try to have some exchanges with their facilitators. You know, so it's not supposed to be a regular thing, but it's minimal. And of course, some students might decide not to, if there's no need to do that, because the course material you'll be using will be so interactive, so that it should be as if when you are reading that the teacher is talking to you in the classroom. You know, so it's not like reading lecture note, like in textbook and whatever. The course material are designed to be ODL compliant. So if you have what it takes to drive it. It's a veritable platform to drive education. It's cost effective, it's cheap on the long run, it's convenient, and you can have a sort of a life balance, work and studying. And I want to say this, that we have the penchant for regular education in Nigeria because of the problem of unemployment. Elsewhere, after leaving secondary school, or let's say A-level like in Britain, most people want to really even go and do part-time whatever. But in Nigeria, we look at it as something that is inferior, even though the certificate is just the same thing. You know, so that's why I'm advocating that instead of investing our limited resources in a situation where there are no teachers, no lecturers, in building 100 universities, even in building 10 more universities in Nigeria, we don't have the capacity. The resource is not there. Let us invest in a credible platform that will drive open distance learning. In Nigeria today, we have only one ODL, or let me say, Open University of Nigeria now, and 8 universities, including the University of Ibadan, that are recognized for the delivery of education through open distance learning. Other universities can join. The existing universities can expand their capacity. So there's opportunity to explore in terms of broadening the scope of our ODL, you know, in existing universities, instead of now building new universities that do not even have capacity to even admit as many students as possible. I would go to other issues, whether private university is just the option, where's the money to pay the high fee. So that's not the way to go. Some of them have problems now in even getting students to pay fee. They don't have students. Where's the money to pay 200,000, 250,000, or even in some cases over 1 million, you know, for university education in Nigeria? Very much.
This is where we will call it a day. I'm sure you have enjoyed Community Today, or for today's edition. Thank you very much. We will come your way again. It's Community Today of South Africa. My name remains Cletus Idovanafo. Thank you, sir, for your time.
I had to run away and hide. Something happened in the middle of the night. If I came inside without a sound, suddenly my life was turning upside down. All that I could feel was pain, and strangers came and took my soul away. Like a deadly hurricane, I know my life will never be the same.